good, BF fam? This is Big Tone coming at you from Big Tone Productions, Beats and Feasts. And guys, we're going to do something today. It's a little bit out of my normal wheelhouse if you watch my videos. But we're going to do a whole red snapper deep fried in basically a chili, sweet and sour chili type sauce. More Thai influenced, but hey, this is going to be a great video. You don't want to miss it. And I want to thank everybody who's subscribed, shared my videos. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. But if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Make sure you share the video, guys. Let's get started with some whole deep fried red snapper. Of course, the star of the show is the red snapper, as you can see here, whole. And then I got the guys at the fish market to go ahead and gut it and take the scales off and the fins and cut them open, so I didn't have to go through all that. But it's a nice looking red snapper. The ingredients, there's a lot of ingredients here, but do not get intimidated by them. So let me go through them one by one here. We got my vinegar, just regular old vinegar. Got some soy sauce, some fish sauce. In this bowl, or this little container, we have some lemongrass cut up. I got some fresh thyme. And then this is just some red bell pepper. This is some cilantro or coriander in other parts of the world. This is some shallots here. And then I have a whole clove of garlic cut up here. I got some red onion cut up. And I got some some Thai chilies. These are super hot, guys, super hot. You can substitute any kind of chili you want. I got half a cup of packed brown sugar. I got 2 limes, and I'm gonna add a little bit of leek to this. So that's all of the ingredients for the most part. Of course, I'm gonna add my pink Himalayan sea salt, and I'm also gonna add to actually fry the fish. I'm going to be adding a little bit of this Wonder flour, and that's just to coat the fish and give it a nice exterior crust. It's a little lighter than all-purpose flour, not quite as light as like a cornstarch, somewhere in the middle. So if you don't have this, you don't have to use this. You can use cornstarch, you can use flour. But hey guys, let's get started putting this together. First thing we're going to start with is the fish. So as you can see, scales are off of it, and they gutted it for me nice. All the innards are out. So the first thing I'm going to do to this is I'm going to score it. So we're just going to make nice even scores across the body here, just like that, deep enough so we can get some seasoning and stuff down in there. We're going to flip it over. We're going to do exactly the same thing. So there we go. We got our red snapper. We got it scored there nicely so we can get some seasoning down in there. The next thing we're going to add is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt over top of this. And I'm using a pink Himalayan powdered salt. Pretty liberal there, guys. And we're just going to rub it in a little bit. Now the reason why I'm putting this over top of it is because, just like anything in life, salt draws water out of the fish. So anything that you put salt on is going to draw the moisture out of it. So we're going to put a little bit more salt on the other side. The next thing that we're going to add here is simply, we're going to stuff the belly of it. So all this nice interior there, we're going to stuff this with the thyme. Get that in there, buddy. We're going to put a little bit of the garlic that I've cut up here, just like that. And we're going to do just a little bit of the lemongrass inside. Alright, seasonings on top. We've already got a pink Himalayan sea salt there. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper to it. And we're going to flip it over. Be careful we don't lose the ingredients on the inside. A little bit on the other side. Alright. Alright, so I hope this is still in frame so you guys can see it. There we go. Alright, so before I even put the flour on, I'm going to take a little bit of garlic and I'm going to try to get it down in between the cuts here that I made. Just a little bit of it here. Try to get it in there so it can flavor all of that. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to put our flour on it. We're not going to use a huge dusting of flour, just a little bit. You're going to flip it over. Cover his eye up. I don't like looking at you neither. Alright, so we got a little light dusting of flour there all over the fish. Next thing, we're simply just going to deep fry it. So I'm just going to take my red snapper and I'm just going to place it in the oil. Let it simmer down just a little bit before I drop it all the way in. There we go. So as you can see, my snapper is a little bit bigger than the pan, but it's very important that we baste the snapper with the oil, just to make sure it gets cooked all the way through. So it's going to take about 8 minutes per side to cook this. Check, travelers check, cashiers check. Alright guys, so while this is cooking down and deep frying here, I got another pan over here on the other eye, and we're going to put in our stuff for the sauce. So to begin with, I'm going to start with a little bit of my onions, just a tad bit, a little bit of shallots, just a little bit here, my red bell pepper. I guess I should call it orange, really. No, it's red. My garlic. And we're going to mix this up real good, real quick. Alright, so we're going to let that cook for a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to this. Alright, so we're going to cook this down pretty good. This is going to take probably about the length of the time it's going to take for one side of the fish to cook. Alright guys, now it's been cooking for a few minutes. I'm going to add just a few leeks to it. There we go. I'm going to add my red chilies to it. You guys got to be careful with those red chilies, they're hot. And so we're going to let that cook down just a little bit longer. Now that this has been cooking, the vegetables have been cooking a little bit, we're going to add my brown sugar in here. And stir that up real good in there. A little bit of soy sauce. Probably about 2 teaspoons of soy sauce there. We're going to let that get marinated nicely. We're also going to add now our fish sauce. About a teaspoon. And we're going to add our vinegar. That's going to be about 2 teaspoons of vinegar. And here in a minute I'll taste it, see if I need to add and what else I need to add. I still got to add my lime, so I haven't forgot about that. You can see it simmering away here. So now I'm going to add my lime. I'm going to add 1 whole lime to this portion of it. And we're going to let that cook down. Let me get my tasting spoon out here. I want to taste it. Yeah, that's really, really, really good. Okay, last thing we're going to add to the mix of the vegetables is cilantro. Leaving a little bit for garnishment. So otherwise, in other parts of the world, this is called coriander, if you didn't know. But we're going to let this simmer down. I'm going to turn my fish over. Okay, so I'm going to turn my fish over here and turn my other eye down a little bit. As you can see, my fish is cooking nicely. Woo! Flip him over. I got to get the tail and the head in there, so I'm going to push it a little bit more this way so I can get the tail in there and continue basting him. Then I'll put my head in and make sure I get that nice and cooked. I believe the fish is totally done, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to place it on some paper towel so it can drain of some of the grease here. So this is the, you got to be careful part. Look at that beautiful fish. Woo! Alright, I'm going to plate this up, put the sauce over top, and I'll present it for you guys. A whole red snapper. I just put it on the plate off of the paper towels. So now I'm going to pour my sauce over it. It's all cooked down, cilantro and everything. We're just going to pour it right over top. There we go. And to that, I'm going to add just a little bit more lime over the top. A couple onions strategically placed. And some cilantro to top it off. Whole red snapper, deep fried with it's basically a sweet and sour chili sauce and Thai inspired. So there you guys go. Easy dish, a lot of ingredients, don't be intimidated, simple. Alright BFM, you know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that bite. Whole red snapper, deep fried with a chili sweet and sour Thai inspired sauce. You know I'm waiting for this bite. Now let me get a nice big piece of this flesh. Oh, look at it, just pulls right off. There we go. Don't be afraid of this dish. You gotta try it. You have to try it. Your family's gonna love it. Hey guys, if you liked the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Make sure you share the video, guys. And hey, this is Big Tone signing off. Peace.